is used to forge victories here in Indianapolis. And it's been rung once again at the city's Lucas Oil Stadium, telling us all it is time for football. Tonight should be a good one, Brock, as we honor John Madden with our Thanksgiving celebration series between the Miami Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go is the kicker, Michael Badgley. And here we go from Indy. Here comes Malik Washington. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. I know you love this guy, Brock, a fellow lefty like you, now in his 6th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
Unfortunately, his rookie season 11. It was pretty obvious, too. Those Dolphins, 6-5 with him, 2-4 without him. He's a difference maker.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Thrown right away, Tagovailoa. Well, they took their shot immediately. It would have been cool if they connected, but no luck. 2nd down. And for that big shot, they wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Yeah, this group likes to be aggressive. An early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
Throwing again. Here's Tua. To the left side, it's pulled in by Waddle. Jukes away from one. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Flushed out of the pocket. Downfield, this finds Waddle. And what a big play that was on 1st down, but we also have a flag. This might be coming back. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. So not just the yardage, Brock, but the illegal forward pass also cost them the down. It's 2nd and long. Caught by Washington, left side. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Dolphins 1st down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Tua out of the pistol. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that side.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. In trouble now, and the ball is out. But the Dolphins able to track that one down and cover it, so crisis, at least momentarily, averted. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Run deep here for the end zone. And this is going to be hit by a defender and knocked away. Incomplete as the end zone look comes up empty, Brock. We've got a fourth down decision to make. Ooh, for a moment, thought those were our first points until he came and knocked it away.
Yeah, I think the message sent pretty clear after that play. You're going to have to try a lot harder than that to be the first ones on the board.
And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. And leading them, the 6th overall pick, entering his 7th season here in the NFL. Out of Duke, Daniel Jones.
He was the 6th overall pick of the New York Football Giants, but he fell just shy, Kate, of 6 full seasons with New York. Remember, a midseason release led him to the Minnesota Vikings a season ago. Now he hopes to take all that experience, the ups and the downs, the peaks and the valleys, to make the most of this situation in Indy.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he has it all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. They go again with Taylor. He doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Jones. Completed over the middle. And he's...
I feel so bad, I really do, and I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
3rd and just 2 to go. Option give to Taylor. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. His legs giving this opening drive some extra legs, partner. Good enough there to pick up the first.
Yeah, I think that's good, Kate, because nobody on that sideline wanted to kick a field goal right there. You reach this part of the field, you want to go finish with 6.
Cut near the goal line. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. Well, Brock, this was the type of start we expected, right? Given the lopsided matchup we've got, now it's up to their opponents to start giving them a challenge. Keep this one competitive.
Easier said than done, and you know that, yeah. Kate, playing as severe underdogs on the road, how they respond on this next drive is going to be really telling for the direction this game goes.
Michael Badgley on to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Dolphins, nothing.
Badgley on to kick this one away. Washington now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Well, this upcoming week, Brock, a big one for all of us here in the Madden community. It is the John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Week. A chance for all of us to celebrate our namesake, the impact he's had on the sport we love across an incredible week of games. It all begins with Green Bay at Detroit on Thanksgiving Day, and it's going to continue all the way through to the bookend. Giants at Patriots, a rematch of a couple of Super Bowls on Monday night. On first down, here's Tagovailoa. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be second down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Second and 10, so at the 28. Tua now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Opening carry for Devon Achane. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Tua off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
A loss of 9 yards. And it's third down.
So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Put a gold star on the grade sheet for that defensive coverage, even with plenty of time to throw it. That defense never gave the QB a lane to complete it.
On again comes Jake Bailey to punt this away. Back deep for the Colts is Anthony Gould. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts and receiver Michael Pittman Jr. out and ready for their next series. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, here's Jones. He's got his man, that's Alec Pierce. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Here's Taylor from the pistol. Makes the tackle. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that first down run.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
They've got first down here from the 36. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Zach Sealer there to bring him down.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Now a toss play, Taylor. Down to the 10. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. And now the play, one of the Colts still out there injured. We get a brief stoppage here as they check on him. So after that big play, Brock, they need just that final yard here on 1st and goal. Abdullah does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
Kate, we do see this happen a good bit, don't we? Especially with better defenses in this league. When they get backed up and they get in situational football like this where they have to get a stop, they just crank it up another notch. Stop the run on 1st, stop the pass on 2nd, and now, well, the money down. It's all about what you do on 3rd.
From the 5-yard line after the loss, 3rd and goal. Jones now to throw. Escapes a defender. And they take this in for the score. The Colts take a 13-0 lead. Daniel Jones with a touchdown.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback, one that can extend the play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
Badgley for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts double their lead to 14. Badgley on to kick this one away. Washington now to return. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down to end that run back, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. 1 minute, 58 seconds remaining in half number 1, partner. More from Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Connects on the crosser. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. A pickup of 17. And it's going to be first down Miami.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And their fourth sack of the game right there brings up second down. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on second down. 16 to go following the sack. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it. And then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
And motion a receiver left. Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on third. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. He's got it inside the 25. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. Give him 37 on the play. And that is a Dolphins first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Slot man motioned over. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Okay. I'll be honest with you, I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Now it's Riley Patterson to try this Dolphins field goal. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. The kick by Patterson is good. And that gets him back to within 11.
And with those 3 points, you just dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole. You know, coming out of halftime, you've got to firmly be in comeback mode.
We're taking trying to love worldwide today in the USA.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
One last play before the break. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update, as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a two-score ball game here as we resume play. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. On the return, here's Anthony Gould. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out come the Colts as they've got it to begin the second half. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Starting the third with Taylor. They'll bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Play action now with Jones. He's keeping it. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
13 yards on the play.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And they aren't going to like this. They went to the zone read, and it winds up losing them 3 yards.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth cave, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
This time it's a passing play. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
3rd and 4 coming up now. They'll have the first down and even more. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down. On the counter, it's Taylor. Picks him up about 4 yards there. 2nd down coming up.
But every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. And you feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Taylor again. 2 yards on the pickup. That leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Jones. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Now throw doesn't lead to 6. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Badgley able to knock it through. And that extends their lead to 14.
Got the lead at the break, and the important thing is really to come out hot in the second half and add to it. Sure, you love touchdowns, but you'll take those 3 points as well.
Badgley on to kick this one away. Washington now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Miami offense headed out there now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, they're going to start out with Achan. Shoots away from one. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Tagovailoa on 1st down. That's caught. Devon Achan. And on 1st down, only gets about a yard here. And the defender there to force him out.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here's Tagovailoa. Hits him on the in route. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
3rd and just 2 to go. Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the 1st. Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. He's got a gain of 6 there. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. And stick with Achan. And he's down to the 36 with almost enough for that 1st down. Give them 3 yards, and they're just inches away on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Dolphins ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode. They trail to start the 4th. All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Here's 2 on the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
All set to go now from the 35. First down, here's Tua. Taken in by Hill, right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Second down carry for Achane. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Throwing on third, Tagovailoa. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds. It looked like they might have a shot block, but they're going to be left 2 yards short now. It's fourth down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
Desperation time here. Escapes the defender. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a first and goal. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Colts as they get somebody out there to tend to him. Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal. Trying to run it in. Achane. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on more to come.
Keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up third and goal.
They steal the frequency on those opposing headsets. Somebody reading lips or steal a signal from the opposing sideline, Kate, because somehow this defense knew what was coming. They broke on that screen. It was incredible. What a stop.
They bring Westbrook-Akine in motion left. On third and goal, it's Tagovailoa. Throws caught. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
Field goal doesn't move that needle. They're going for the touchdown. It's fourth and goal. Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here.
False start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. The penalty makes it tougher, but their hands are tied here in the fourth. Gotta go for it. Here he goes. Gotta have this on fourth down. And this is a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins now within one score in the fourth. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on fourth and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Patterson tacks on the extra point. And the Dolphins chuck the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Dolphins 10.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Gould on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Colts ready to take the field. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground. Taylor. And the drive starts out small. Just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Jones. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All set to go now from the 35. Here's a design run. Only able to get back to the line on that 1st down play, so no gain. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. From the gun, Taylor. Breaks through and breaks away. And he won't be able to take it all the way. Got close, though. Out of bounds just shy of that 10-yard line. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. 1st down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And he takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Badgley for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the fatigue. casually on to kick this one away. Washington now to return. He dodged the tackle. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a two-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
Want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Throwing again here on 2nd. Tagovailoa finds his back. H-hand. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Dolphins 14 points back. 1st and 10, gotta score immediately here. Only one timeout left and that clock winding down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't gonna risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Again, it's Tagovailoa. Finds him over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now to throw. That's Cox. He's got Washington. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Connects on the crosser. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
10 more yards. Complete to number 17, Jalen Waddle. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Here's Tua again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Looking to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is 4th down. Here he is to throw. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Turnover or stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Design quarterback run here. So the Colts pick up the win in this one. And they didn't fall victim to that dreaded trap game against the lesser opponents. They were the better team coming in. They played like it to earn the convincing victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indy.